Today, Mrs. Squirreland and I are going to make some silicone molds of fake pies to make handheld props for actors to use in a haunted house. I started by cutting a bucket into sections and hot gluing in a sheet of styrofoam at around the halfway point. I then laid out some clay on the styrofoam, which will create a seal around the bottom of the pie tin, as well as some registration points for the two halves of the mold. Once the clay was ready, I poured the first halves of the silicone molds. After the silicone was fully cured, I flipped everything over and got started sculpting the fake pies. Mrs. Squirreland and I took turns working on each pie sculpture. I filled the cherry pie with cherries and laid down the lattice, with the misses finishing up the crust. Mrs. Squirreland sculpted the dome of the chocolate pie, and I added additional details using some plaster in an icing piping bag. Next, I covered everything with mold release and more silicone. With the silicone fully cured, I mixed up some expansion foams and cast a few different pies. I sent those pies off to my friend Jess for painting, and they turned out looking so great. If you like this, consider checking out the long-form video on my main channel. Thanks for watching!